Hey, Papa. Congratulations on your retirement. If you need a golfing buddy, don't worry. I got you.
All right, Grandpa. So, congratulations on retirement. I was supposed to record a video, so here it is. Yeah, man. You made it. You made it all the way to retirement. You lived a long, happy life. Not that it's over, but now you can relax, chill, golf every day if you wanted to.
John Dean Nelson, owner of Bearcat Lumber. He's got a good story on RM. Hit it, John.
Randy loves this story. April Fools, after this, he didn't believe a word I said on the first day of April. It didn't matter if I told him the sky was blue. After this story, he was building a house for Roger Vest. At the same time, he was building the multi-unit apartments for, see, I'm old too.
Where were these apartments at?
McGinnis, for Bob McGinnis.
Oh, for Bob McGinnis, yeah.
Bob McGinnis.
Yeah.
And so I'm out to Rogers. We're going to build a house out in the field across from his existing house. And at the time, I worked for Drake Building Supply. And we had just got a metal banding machine to band the units together. But we didn't have a truck that lifted. So Mark Trimble and I got the idea to start using round fence posts for bearings, and then we could get to the job site, hit the brakes, it'd roll off. This was the first time we'd tried it. So we put the posts on the truck, chucked them with some wedges, strapped her down tight, took it out to Rogers. About the time I got there, I seen a dog of his. I think it was milling around where they're going to build the house at the site, and it went back across the road. And the ornery thought come to my mind that I was going to tell Randy I smashed this dog with a load of material. So I unloaded it. Everything went just according to plan, dropped right off, picked up my post. And I just took the truck and went straight to his job site in town at McGinnis's. And I pulled up there and I had my hat in my hand and I walked up to Randy and I said, "I'm sorry." I said, "We got a problem." He goes, "What?" I said, "We got a really, really bad problem." He goes, "What'd you do?" I said, "I was dumping the load out there and I had an accident." He goes, "You need me to send the guys to help you restack some stuff?" I said, No, it's still banded together. But we figured out how to dump stuff off in one big bundle. And his dog was there, and then he wasn't, and I didn't think it was there. But when I dumped it, when I got out, all I could see was one hind leg and his tail underneath that unit. It's under that unit of lumber. And Randy's like, "Oh my God, really? Oh my God, really? You smashed their dog? Their kids love that dog. Oh my God, oh my gosh. Oh, we're gonna have to go out there and uncover that dog before they see it. Them kids are coming home on the school bus in a little bit. We gotta," and I let him go for like 2 minutes, and he's just beside himself. Then I said, "Randy, April Fool." He goes, "Oh, you got me bad. Oh, I was just bad." And for this day, he doesn't believe a dang thing I say on the first day of April.
That's pretty good.
Fun stories from my life with Randy. Always had a smile, but I loved it when he was coyote hunting. Every time he'd go down a hill, he'd tell you that you have to watch out for ice and pop into neutral, until he jumped out of the truck to shoot a coyote and we heard across the radio, "Randy, your truck's leaving," as they're chasing it away.
I'm going to be reading some of these stories because most of the guys I talked to didn't want to get on camera. So I'll be reading these stories. The first one I'm reading comes from Joe Ridlinger. He says, "I don't have any funny or crazy stories about your dad. I do want to tell you, though, that Randy was always willing to share his knowledge with me. To answer when I called, to come by to show how to do something, to give an answer or solution to a problem on a mission trip. when he and his crew spent months helping me when a project grew too big for me to handle. I think about my first mission trip when I had no idea what to do or where to go. Randy asked me to join in with his group. Charles had other plans where I should go. So you see, Randy is more than a friend. He is my brother. This story comes from Craig Durfee. Again, he did not want to get on camera. He starts out, too many stories over a bunch of years, but the one that sticks out revolves around Randy and I trying to trick each other on an April Fool's Day. Several years ago, our lead times to receive special order items were ridiculous. Randy was working on getting a house closed in and was beyond ready for the exterior doors to be delivered. We were so busy that I did not know if it was coming or going. Our supplier's truck pulled in, and I knew that Randy's doors were to be on that truck, so I told our delivery guys to get them loaded and get them delivered as soon as we could. So a few hours go by. Randy calls and asks to speak to me. So I get off one call, I jump on another call kind of day, and I pick up the phone, and Randy is immediately chewing on me about how the doors are the wrong color, the swings were all wrong, and the future homeowners are at the job site and they're quite upset. We had been waiting for these doors forever, and I was close to vomiting, as I knew it would take months to get new doors here, let alone how in the world was I going to explain to my boss how we have several $1,000s worth of doors and no home for them. After letting me dangle out there almost sick for several minutes, Randy calmly asked me to look to my left where my calendar hangs on the wall and to tell him what day it is. I had not put two and two together yet, but of course it was the 1st of April, to which he proudly hailed Happy April Fool's Day and promptly hangs up on me. Now I have to admit he got me good, so good that in fact the wheels of retribution began to turn immediately. He says, flash forward a couple of years, another house build for Randy and an opportunity at revenge for Craig. I had ordered windows for the house Randy was working on, and they had been here for a bit. I knew that he would be calling for them soon, so I had to be patient. Finally, the day came. Just so happened to be the 1st of April. Randy calls and asks us to deliver the windows and a handful of other items. So a few hours go by, and I picked up the phone to call Randy. Randy, we have a problem. Our guys were sliding the windows around in the warehouse trying to get yours loaded, and a large portion of them fell over onto yours. Sadly, most of them are broken or damaged, and I'm sorry, but we're probably looking at roughly 4 to 5 weeks before we can get new ones. On the other end of the phone, silence. Shoe is on the other foot now, and Randy is the one trying to keep from vomiting. Of course, I let him hang there for a bit before I calmly asked, hey Randy, what day is it? That was the day that we both agreed to wave the white flags, as we both had gotten each other and were quite sure that pulling off another one would be impossible. If you can't have a little bit of fun every now and then you better find something else to do. In all seriousness, we will miss the fun times around here and value the relationships that we have all developed through the years. Best wishes on a long and fun retirement to Randy. Stop in and see us from time to time. I would bet that we can find something for you to do. Craig Durfee.
Let me go over here. It's a bigger angle.
Yeah, awesome balance, looks like. Let's see you do it. I've done it before. I just choose not to today.
Sure.
You gotta get straight above, center of gravity.
There's Oreo.
That's stupid. Not doing that no more.
This one came from Bob. I don't know how much Bob actually remembered of it, but it sounded right because I had heard the story too. But you were putting in a doorknob on a front door, and I'm sure you were sidetracked talking to somebody. You put the doorknob in backwards so that it locked. You had to put the key in from the inside to lock it. I assume Bob or Greg was standing there while you were doing it, and they were laughing at you. And anyway, you took it off and was going to put it back on the right way, and you did it again. And Bob Bob seemed to think you did it 3 times the wrong way. I remembered just twice, but I do remember that story. I don't think I was there for that, but I remember that one, and it got told a lot. But you put the doorknob on backwards twice, which I can see myself doing that, so it's not as stupid as I thought it was when I was younger. Okay, so I went in and talked to Bob and Greg and Gary and Jim one Friday afternoon, and I was there for probably 3 hours. I got a lot of good stories. Most of them I can't repeat, so I'll try to pick the ones that were good and clean. The one that Greg told me that he liked the best was you were at the mansion and Cheryl had come in and chewed you out about something. He was on the floor underneath the cabinet or something, and he could see you, but she did not see Greg. And she was chewing you out about something, and Greg didn't remember what she was chewing you out about, but she told somebody that she said something about, you need to get Randy Jackson over here because he can take a butt chewing. And anyway, he was underneath the cabinet laughing, and you were trying not to make eye contact with him and keep him from laughing. And there was a lot of stories with Cheryl and Dean, and most of them that Greg was telling me were, of course, they were inappropriate.
Yep. Have your camera ready for this. One time it's going to happen. Hey, if anything, if you guys start to fall, try to spread out as you go down. We'll catch you. Try not to fall on top of others. And we're spinning. Okay, hold still.
You'll be fine because the guys got you.
We're good. We'll catch you.
Hey,
ready? All right, we got both versions going on. Back up. We don't want to crash into you. Back up. Down. This is probably going to go down. Okay. Here it is. Ready? This is probably going down in history. No way it's going to.
Hey, everybody out. Gavin, get away.
I get a 2%. Oh, goodness!
Some of these stories you're going to remember and some of them you probably won't, but this story I'm pretty sure happened at the mansion, and there was a Pella rep that came by one day, salesman, and we had taken off a board or something that had a bunch of nails in it, and I mean like 3, 4, 5 nails in a row, and this guy stepped on them, and I think he stepped on like several all at the same time. You were real mad, came in, chewed on us. You chewed on us for a while, and we all just kind of took it. Later I think it was the same day, later on the same day, we were looking out the window and saw you step on a nail. Same kind of thing. There was a board laying on the ground that had a nail in it, and you stepped on it, put it in your foot. And so we all figured we were going to get chewed out again. You never chewed on us, though. You never said a word. Day goes by, nothing. Finally, at the end of the day, I suppose I was the one that finally asked you why you didn't yell at us for stepping on the nail. And you said, oh, you guys saw that? And you said that you were trying to push the nail with your foot and bend it over, and you knew it was there, and you tried to push it over and you stepped on it. So you didn't get mad at us because it was kind of on you. I don't know if you remember that, but I remember it. All right, this one came from Gary Dew. Again, Gary Dew did not want to be on camera. And I don't remember where this was. We were talking about it, and he may have mentioned it, but I don't remember where this house was at. I'm sure you'll remember because I remember you telling the story. I wasn't there. Some guy, maybe he was a professor or some kind of an intellectual type, was mad that you guys installed a 3-way switch, and you had the switch up on this particular switch, and the light was off. He said, well, when you push the switch down, the light should go off. And you proceeded to go to the other switch on the other wall and show him that it was a 3-way switch, and that's not how they work. And I think you went back and forth with him for a while, and he didn't understand what was going on, and you finally just configured it so that the switch was down on the one he wanted down. And I don't think the guy ever understood how a 3-way switch works. And if you want to explain to everybody here that is confused on a 3-way switch, then go ahead and explain it to him.
What's up, Grandpa? I hope you're having a good day. I know you will. The food's great. Sorry I couldn't be there. You know, I've got to work and all. But yeah, this day's all about you. So, you use that day and you have fun. I don't think there'll be any more mountain oysters, right? But yeah, sorry I couldn't be there, but I hope you have a good day.
Well, to finish things off, Dad, I suppose I probably worked for you more than anybody. And I suppose we probably butted heads when I was younger. I had certain ways I wanted to do stuff, and you had certain ways you wanted to do stuff. And, you know, we would butt heads once in a while. But you've always been good about answering the phone if I had a question about something. And if I needed to borrow something, it was no problem coming and borrowing it. And now that I'm older, and once in a while you would call to have us come back and help you, it's kind of fun to come back and help now that I kind of know what I'm doing a little bit. And you taught me how to work. You know, that's a pretty cool thing to be able to get up every day and go to work and not have to struggle with that like a lot of people do. I see you and Mom both work really hard every day. So I appreciate that, and enjoy your retirement.
To be serious, I really look up to you a lot. I really, really do. And you know, not every guy can say that they have a grandpa who, you know, is a godly man and also a faithful man to his wife and to his family, and you know, takes care of his family like you do, and cares about his family like you do. And you know, you put other people before yourself all the time. You're the most selfless man that I know. And you know, I look up to you a lot in a lot of different ways. And you know, you are a great example for me to grow up and to be like. And you know, I'm so lucky to have you as a grandpa, and to have Grandma as a grandma. And you've given me a great father. And you know, you've just really just given me a lot of amazing opportunities and amazing people. And you know, my best memories are, you know, with my family and with you guys, and in your backyard, you know, playing in the pool or playing baseball, doing pop flies on Thursday nights, and playing Mario Kart on Thursday nights, and foosball, and Kraft mac and cheese and hot dogs. Those were the times, man. Those were the times. But yeah, you have truly shown me what it means to be a godly man, and to be a godly husband and a godly father. And you know, I couldn't ask for anything else. And I know I can come to you with advice. You come to you for advice if I need it. And I just I couldn't ask for a better grandpa. And you know, I seriously, I can't wait to see what you do in retirement, see how low you can shoot on the course. Maybe you can finally beat me, but I doubt that's going to happen. But I want it to happen. I want you to beat me. Even you are better than me. Let's just get that on the table right now. You're definitely better than me. But I want to golf with you a lot because it's fun. But for real, you're an amazing grandpa. I'm sure all of us would agree. And you've given me a great father as well. So just keep doing you, man. Keep being the man that you are. And you're a real role model. You really are. And I love you. And congratulations.